Hello everybody, I'm here with the Hammer Game Channel. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 and to Old World Blues. We have not played the Fallout mod in ages actually. It's good to be back, and oh boy has it been updated a lot since we last played, so let's hop on into it and see what we can get up to. Well, this is immediately different. There's so many areas now that have content. I can remember just starting off and it was literally just the West Coast, but damn, it is pretty crazy now. And today we're going to be going to the Canadian prairies. And yes, we're going to be playing as the Kingdom of Manitoba because, well, they're monarchist right now, but the Mounties can take over. Yeah, the map is just absolutely crazy, isn't it? It's just ridiculous how far this mod has come. So here we are, the Kingdom of Manitoba, and it looks like we have the Duchy of Langenburg as our ally right now. We do have a demilitarized zone as well at Porto Prairie. We are currently ruled by Gunn II, the Ancient One, daily political power gain of 0.15. We have 4 national spirits, economic blockade, which is awful. Defeat at Stonewall, which is awful. Ancestor cults, which is meh. And Queen Catherine's okay, I guess. And this is the focus tree today. So when we get down here to the greatest day of the kingdom, we're going to not be going down maintaining the power balance. We're going to be going down an empty throne and getting the Mounties to take over and seeing what we can actually do with them. So King Gunn is obviously immortal because he is a ghoul, but sadly his brain is decaying away, so he's becoming feral. So he's having some interesting sleep now, with him having just no dreams. It's just a blackness. First time it happened, even before he was known as Gunn II, he had just tried to scream, shaking his despondent body, trying to get himself to wake up, but nothing seemed to work. He kept existing and not existing as darkness seemed to flow through him. He awoke one morning alone in an expensively decorated room in the palace to find his bedroom torn to pieces, expensive looking fabric tossed carelessly on the ground. He had heard stories of normal ghouls turning into feral, mindless monsters, roaming the irradiated plains in a single-minded pursuit of living tissue. Okay, so yeah, it's a possibility he's now obviously aware of, and it will happen. So from that night on, he forbade anyone, including his wife, from entering his chambers, and his sentries were ordered to keep the door shut no matter what. And only one person knows, William Tanner. Should have come down to it, King Gunn commanded Tanner to prevent harm from coming to those around him, even at the cost of the old ghoul's life. Well, I think King Gunn's going to be disappearing today with the route we are going. So the student dandies and the Arborg junta here are likely to see the benefits of Crown stay loyal, and then we're likely to get Pierce Solomon, a man willing to collaborate with the kingdom if we work. I think we'll probably do both of these, just in the chance we can get some allies later down the line. Well, interesting development from the Strath Commune. A nuclear bomb just went off. Horrors of the old world. What has happened? Has the day of reckoning come again? Yeah, they've just set off a nuke. Today, all who call themselves Canadians mourn the greatest tragedy of our history, the day that those we consider our closest brothers betrayed us and stole our freedom. The American invasion of Canada over 200 years ago was a brutal and bloody affair that none were spared from. Today we remember those that were taken from us by the atrocities of the invaders, and remember the proud nation that once set an example to the rest of the world. O Canada, who was slain unjustly by the hand of tyrants, shall you ever rest in peace and in our memories. Well, I've just noticed the Duchy of Langenburg is now under control of Leif Yorkton, and they're no longer with us, which gives me some concern. Okay, well, great. They're going to be coming for us then. Are they going to be the first to invade us, or is it going to be one of the other two guys? I guess we'll set up for their invasion, because it looks like they'll probably be the first. That's just my hunch. The absent Duchess. In these past few months, sees that Duchess Sophia has fallen behind on several administrative duties in the Duchy of Langenburg. That's because she's not there anymore. Yeah, attempts to contact her have failed. We don't know where she is. Well, that's concerning. Activates mission, Manitoba waits. Oh, nice. Well, we called it. We called it. Duchy of Langenburg declares war on us. Great. We have 90 days. Oh, their army's probably going to absolutely destroy us, isn't it? Oh, my days. Okay. Right, well, we might have to just go on the defensive here. In a sudden escalation of tensions, Strath Commune, high on war fever following nuclear detonation in the territory several months ago, has thrust the Canadian plains into yet another large conflict. And Amy Therese's party's outrage seems to have boiled over into full-blown revolutionary zeal. The nation declared war not only in Lloyd's ministry, but also the Pioneer Company, a pre-war mercenary army, occupying large swaths of CPF territory. Not only this, but strange robots are emerging from old Railcom facility in the Grand Prairie to take advantage of the chaos. Will this aggression attack pay off for the Strath Commune? Will it be a race to Redmond for all those who seek to take advantage of Amy Therese's recklessness? Very, very interesting development, and it looks like, yeah, they're all at war with each other. Holy moly. Well, there we go, war has been declared. We'll see how well this goes for us. Insult to injury. The Traitors Republic of Three Rivers has violated the treaty of the First Coalition War and occupied the demilitarized city of Porto Prairie. So I could go ahead and declare war on them, but yeah, we're not going to do that. I'm not doing a two-front war, so we'll have to do this option here. 4 to 16, we've got 17. I would like to get more divisions out, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. We are in a deficit, so we're just going to chill. So the King's guard dog, who is William Tanner. So he was initially brought into service for the Crown for his exceptional skill handling animals. He quickly rose from the humble rank of Beastmaster and Duck Mountaineer to head of the Mounties and trusted advisor in all matters regarding the royal menagerie. His true heroism came from the First War of the Republican Coalition, saved countless lives, and helped garrison the frontier territories, which were viewed as unimportant by the Manitoban nobility. However, this resulted in them noticing a sneaky little naval invasion, which they managed to deal with, probably saving the whole nation from the looks of things. And after the kingdom's defeats and the perceived failure of the knightly orders to protect them, the Manitoban nobility chose to disband them, and then they have been replaced with the Mounties. And since the Mounties have dutifully guarded all of the Kingdom of Manitoba, earned them the unofficial name of the People's Mounties. Points William Tanner to the Kingdom Military's High Command. Okay, they're going for a good old push. Main thing is all we need to do is just hold them off and just let them grind themselves down. Yeah, they are pushing big time in a few of the tiles. Just kind of cycling in some troops here to try and help out. The second coalition is formed. Okay, that's a bit concerning, and the Unbound are being dealt with. That's not good. That really is not good. Okay, we've crossed the river. Oh, and that has caused them to bite back a little bit. Damn, that's caused them to bite back big time. Ah yes, absolutely brilliant. Let us just all retreat to a tile that has not actually got any troops in it. At the same time though, we managed to push forward. Right, at least a little bit of movement has been gained on this front. Right, they're probably going to push us back there, but that's fine. That is some stack of troops there. It'd help if they were being a little bit more aggressive themselves, to be honest. Excellent, the followers have been rejected. Excellent, I am not interested in them at all. Alright, we're slowly but surely whittling them down, I think, but I'm getting a little bit cautious that we might get invaded by our good neighbours. Oh, a breakthrough has been made. Pin them in. Go, 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 go. Oh, thank heavens for that. Can we push across there? Right, that's a good wee encirclement, to be honest. I really need this pocket to go because it's actually taking a few troops that we need elsewhere. Yeah, that pocket's dead, so they need to redistribute themselves rather quickly. Oh, taking their capital. Done like 0 damage to them. Alright, we're starting to stretch ourselves a little bit thin here. Well, the Battle of Hoover Dam is underway. So we'll see what happens here. I'm assuming that Kaiser is going to lose the first one. Kill them divisions and then we can move elsewhere. Right, okay. They have 19 divisions max. Oh, I didn't even notice, but we're going to start dealing with the economic blockade here. Good. There's another division encircled and is going to die rather quickly. Okay, they've been cut into... Right, those 16 divisions. Crush them in there. And then these 10, just going to pin them in. Although I might just give you a wee additional division. Yeah, it's took me a lot longer to kind of deal with than I was really anticipating, to be honest. Because I don't really know how much time it gives us to prepare for the other wars. Well, there's the last of the army over in this front. Completely surrounded. 5 to 9 divisions, this should be relatively straightforward. Should just be a case of walking right through them. There we go, we have one. That took far too long. Yeah, because I have such a long front with the coalition now. The heir of Yorkton, Queen Catherine walked through the busy halls of the palace, the many servants and officials clearing the way for their monarch's consort to pass. The palace had been in a constant state of work since the rebellion in Langenberg. Reaching her husband's private quarters, she hesitated before opening the door. Gunn had broken out in rage upon hearing the news of the rebellion, and after its defeat held a night-long victory celebration, still cursing the name of Leif Yorkton. Mustering her courage, she entered the unit room, spotting her husband standing in front of the mother. Why did they fight me, Catherine? Why, after all I'd done to lead these people towards some semblance of life from the old world, do they conspire against me? Guess it matters not in the end. They have been defeated and I am still here. Now what can I do for you, my dear? We had discussed the fate of Langenberg. I proposed that we place Leif's daughter, Eleanor, as the Duchess of the lands. Gunn turned his wife, confusion and slight anger evident on his face. Why would I place a daughter of a traitor in charge of the very people who rebel against me? Eleanor has long been attaché to our realm from Langenberg and is a close friend of mine. Not only is she loyal to you and the kingdom, but she was devastated by her father's actions. She believes, as I do, that the people of Langenberg should pay for their crimes against the crown. She is willing to lead them in this endeavour. Kingdom of Manitoba demands Wadena from the Pleasant Dale. Okay, so I invade some people? Okay, that is interesting. Don't know how I feel about that after literally just finishing a war. Well, I guess we're going to war straight away again. Why not? When in Rome. Okay, the majority of their forces have been cut off and killed now. And that's them completely gone. Well, we got Wadena from Pleasant Dale, so that's good. Offloading administration. With the recent territorial success to the west, we have reached an administrative bottleneck as we restore ancient territories. Manitoban land was much more decentralised in the Old Kingdom and given more autonomy under our duchies and marches. However, this decentralisation eventually led to the fall of the kingdom. Despite this, it might be time to expand the scope of the last duchy, Langenberg. Okay, so Wadena goes to them. Any future bloody electorate land will be transferred to the duchy upon annexation. Okay, cool. Well, we've declared war on the Gateway, and it looks like it should be a relatively easy war because they're already at war with the Iron Confederacy. And then we've got the War of the Second Republican Coalition. That's not what we're going to be doing anytime soon, but we are going to border them so freaking much. Right, okay, that's good. The Gateway is no more. Just noticed we've actually opened up this part of the tree, so I guess we'll start working down it. Oh, I didn't realise the Iron Confederacy had just joined that faction as well. Oh my days, we're going to get absolutely slaughtered. Why has Mount Rushmore just been blown up? Oh dear, here comes the war justification, and I do not think we are ready. I've just noticed that the Republic of the Three Rivers is actually fighting Vault 37, so I don't think there's any time better than now to actually do our own war against them. I am somewhat ready for it. If I can maybe make some progress to maybe here. I don't really know what I'm going to do with Tanner, but if we can maybe make some pushes, maybe to Rock Ridge, and maybe push into Easterville, that'll work, but I don't think we'll probably deal that much of damage to the Iron Confederacy. Taking control of the Duchy's troops, hopefully their front does not open up, because I'm not going to call them in, so we'll see what happens. So that's us ready to go to war. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't really know, but we'll do it. And we'll see if we can make some good progress over here. Yeah, I don't think we need to really push elsewhere. Ideally, I want to cut off some of their troops. Okay, progress has been made on that front. Everywhere else is defending. That's good. Alright, let's go ahead and rebuild our might. Get rid of the defeat at Stonewall. Okay, we have got some tiny little encirclement. Better than nothing. I'm actually just going to send an additional troop over there. Are we still producing troops? Oh, we are. Ideal. Well, you go and join them. Oh, well, that's a group of dead troops for them. Okay, we have dealt a good blow to the Republic of Three Rivers, but still a long way to go. Right, rebuilding our might is done, so that's good. I don't think there's really anything else I really want here for the time being. Well, the north end is open. I believe that is the north end completely encircled. And that Starbuck encircled as well. I think what I will do is I will send these troops on a wee mission. The Republic of the Three Rivers is dead. Well, that kind of changes things quite drastically. That really changes things quite a lot. Because now we just need to push. They were the main threat. Oh, that's a nice wee encirclement. The Legion Civil War. Sons of Geyser. You got Vulps, Malpus, Aurelius. Oh my days. Well, the NCR gonna be sitting laughing right now. Oh, wow, the Montana chapter's at war with MacArthur. It is a shame that I will have to put down Vault 37. Like, that is a terrible, terrible shame. Right, I really need to start like trying to cut off the Vault because they're taking a lot more territory than I really want them to be taking at this point. And they're still managing to take land. Get out of here. I love how the Iron Confederacy's stayed out of this. I can declare war on them, which is good. Oh, the capital, Regina, is gone. And then there was one. And thankfully I have stopped the Vault from going any further from the looks of things. The state of Moose Jaw. Did they really need to die? Yeah, they do. 7 to 12 divisions though, so there's not much hope for them at this point. You know, a lot of their armies cut off over here, so I don't think we're going to Struggle to finish them off now. There we go. They are no more. And excellent. I managed to bully the Vault into not getting any of the land. And I can still declare war on the Iron Confederacy, which is excellent, because I think I am going to go ahead and do that. But anyways, the greatest day of the kingdom. Let's do it. Glorious triumph. The bells ring in the city of Brandon as the victory parade passes down the main road. People line the street, a crowd filled with cheering Manitobans from within the city and beyond, all here in celebration of peace and victory. After many years of hardship and conflict, the war against the enemies of the Three Rivers and the Métis Congress have been crushed, and the kingdom stands proud once again. King Gunn himself has retired shortly before the procession reached its residence, stating that he felt unwell. Though his absence is disappointment, none in the kingdom could fault their stoic king for the efforts he has expended to lead and protect the kingdom. We wish him the best. Remove limited markets. Oh, excellent. Shadowed victory. Fireworks shoot into the evening sky, illuminating the cheering people from below. Finally, after months of war, the treasonous Three Rivers Republic has been destroyed, and the proud Kingdom of Manitoba stands triumphant. Yet not all are celebrating this achievement. Deep within the palace, at the heart of the city, in a dark shaded room, sits King Gunn II. The muffled sounds of fireworks barely stir the Ghoul King, lost so deeply in his thoughts. Gunn stared at the weapon in his hand as he made his way back to the couch, surprised at how familiar the heavy grip still felt in his hand after all these years. It had been a gift given centuries prior, a past age, a different life. The golden letters remind him briefly of his true name. He allowed his mind to dwell in his memory. Typically, for him, this was a day he still recalled vividly, when his friend, whose name he shamelessly used, handed it to him. A sign of trust, of brotherhood, and his message was still engraved in his mind, that they would both always fight for Canada's people. In spite of himself, Gunn could not help but crack a small pain smile. Gunn had given him a gun. He may have even laughed, if not for the pain nostalgia that overwhelmed him. He ran his fingers over the ornate pattern etched in by hand, though it does not truly comprehend them. Instead, he is thinking about his people, those he has fought so hard to protect in this cruel, radiation-blasted world. Does he want to be remembered by them as a monster who lost his humanity, a man who in his final moments attempted to bring death? No, Gunn wanted his name to be remembered as it is now, the name of the hero who fought for his people and gave all he had in order to bring about a life for those he loved. It was this thought that filled his mind as Gunn II, King of Manitoba, repeatedly pulled back and reset the hammer of the revolver. Noise quieter than any firework, yet greater in meaning. The revolver flies across the room, and the king sighs. Well, we're gonna go for the maintaining of the power balance. A king's duty. Gunn II stared at the revolver he tossed, lightly glinting off its metal frame. Even after all he had been through, Gunn found his will lacking in this key moment. As he stands to retrieve it, he is interrupted by a knock on the door. He calls out that the door is open, adjusting his clothes as the servant comes in. The servant bows before his king, apologises for the interruption, though Gunn waves it off. Not particularly in the mood for decorum. He questions why the servant is here, and he has requested that he has not been disturbed. A new thought began to form in his mind. He could not leave his beloved people at the mercy of those vultures who circled his throne as he slowly lost his mind. No, with what little time he had left, he would ensure that the kingdom would survive, that it would continue to stand tall and proud, continue to be a beacon of stability in civilization's nuclear hellscape of a world. That his beloved wife could rest easily and without worry once he had succumbed. Gunn exited his room, not as the weak suicidal man had entered before, but as a duty-bound king his people expected of him. So we've just went ahead and annexed the Duchy of Langenberg, the last duchy. We have got cores in all their territory now, which is good. Grants the Kingdom of Manitoba claims on and a war goal for Dundurn's core territories, the Freedom Armies, and Pleasant Dales. Okay. Oh my days, I completely forgot we're at war with the Iron Confederacy. Okay, right, let's us quickly finish off the war against the Vault 37, and then let's head up north. But then again, I do have these 20 divisions that will somewhat maybe be able to do something. I guess we've got nothing to worry about down here anyways. The game is set and finished. The Iron Confederacy has 5 to 12 divisions anyways, so a few encirclements and it'll be done and dusted, really. Okay, there we go, a couple of new puppets. We have the Fargo March, Overseer Thomas. Okay, and then we have the Grafton March with the Roach King. Because why not? They're not going to be difficult to put down, but it's just a matter of finishing them off after our terrible decision to leave the front completely undefended. Right, we're getting claims on all their territory now, which is good. Probably just want to go ahead and... I don't really want to puppet anybody. Complete focus, peaceful retirement. No, we'll go ahead and vow to the vanquished. Okay, we're pretty much done here, which is a good thing. Yep, there we go. The Iron Confederacy is no more. Sorry, Pleasant Dale, it's time for you to perish. At death's door, Gunn stood behind the desk, observing the laws and edicts laid out before him. Ever since that night, he worked tirelessly to ensure the kingdom would continue. Okay. Tanner has been on his side, ensuring the military will remain strong and dedicated to the Kingdom Monarchy rule. That progress has been going well. It's not enough. There's much to be done. Laws to write, edicts sworn in, grants to be given. But Gunn II was running out of time. So basically, his condition is getting worse. So that's not good. And that has activated a mission. Oh, okay. Oh, Pleasantdale very quickly capitulated. Excellent. Okay, we have a 78% chance that nothing's going to happen. Grasping straws. Tanner burst into Gunn's study. An exasperated servant fallen behind. Gunn looked up from his paper, annoyed at being disturbed, the extra noise compounding the pain from his headache. Before he could question what Tanner was doing here, he slid a report into the desk. Gunn began to read it, his eyes widening as he did. Reports of pre-war facilities, rumours of strange lights and horrible creatures, and old myths and experiments from ages past. Could these places have a cure for him? Oh. Unlocks Excavate and Manifest North decisions. Oh, we need to start dealing with these immediately. I don't really know what they're doing. They've just left a gap. Right, their capital's cut off. Excellent. For some reason they have pushed forward over here, but they did have a border. I just didn't cover it. But, yeah, I'm happy we didn't bother putting troops there, because we've just crushed them anyways. Gateway survey report. To my king, we have found that the facility that the rumours spoke of, the door is sealed shut and our scouts report and multiple inhuman things stalk the area around it. I will begin efforts to secure the area and enter the facility. So blow open the entrance and slaughter the horrors. Let's deal with them now. Okay, we have blew the doors open, so let us go ahead and deal with the horrors that are skulking around the facility. I just went and annexed our puppets, because we have claims on the territory anyway, so we're looking pretty damn good. The Red Hazards have the audacity to demand territory from us. We need to take the decision at once before they take our science for scientist respect. Who the hell do they think they are? Let us move most of our divisions. Why would I want to cede the territory to them? I'm not doing that. Yeah, we've actually declared war on you, you fools. Okay, we now need to restore the production wing, the biology labs, and the DNA replication chambers. Okay, oath of loyalty is completed, so I think there's no more wars for us. Super mutant auxiliaries. Sophisticated electronic tech, the end of decadence, Queen Catherine. Well, Rad Hazards, sorry. I've been calling them Red Hazards, but Rad Hazards were not really a hazard whatsoever for us, really. Oh nice, so once we've done empowering the Queen Catherine's only going to have +1 consumer goods rather than the 6, which is going to be pretty damn good. The end of decadence. This is preposterous. A voice screamed at Gunn's, spit flying in his face. He closed his eyes, exhausted from the protests that came from the assembled elite before him. Since Manitoba had issues with corruption would be an understatement. For a decade, the kingdom's elite could pick and choose who would be able to join their ranks, gatekeeping those who would see fit to reduce their power, allowing themselves to feast greedily off of people's efforts. You have no rights, my liege, please. We were put in the position, we put you in the position you are in today. It was our efforts that we could guide you to your true role. Gun froze at this. Do not attempt to deceive me, Gun snapped, turning the whole room silent. Don't think I am not privy to your reasons for choosing me. I always knew I was not selected for my leadership capabilities or my political abilities. I was selected because you thought you could control me, mold me into your puppet. It may have worked then, but it certainly won't now. I am your king, and a king certainly has no use for leeches. I suggest you find yourselves comfortable with these changes, unless you find yourselves in a cell, or the gallows. Well done, Gun. Oh, the second Battle of Hoover Dam. Welcome to Manifest. Gun II walked through a dark corridor, the cold metal walls looming over him, the ceiling hidden in the unending darkness. His mounted guards walked behind him, nervously looking around at the fleshy shapes half hidden in the shadows. Their commander, William Tanner, walked beside Gun, his rifle shaking in his hands. Despite this, the group entered the central chamber. Even Gun was unable to hide his shivers at what he saw. A giant chamber divided into multiple glass boxes filled with more of the flesh creatures. Strange pods, some broken open. Pulsed with energy connected by power cables to a massive box attached to the roof. As he stood under the strange box, a screen flickered to life, showing the shimmering image of a young woman. The woman spoke. Welcome to Manifest North. The Accord. Who are you? What is this place? I am Destiny, and this is Manifest's finest research facility. It could serve as a remedy for whatever mental condition ails you, however, only if we could come to an agreement. That depends on its condition. Despite his uncommitted response, the desire was evident in his voice, a way to escape fate to prevent his descent into madness. I wish to continue Manifest's experiment. Let me continue my work, providing me with test subject, and I shall do all I can to fix you. Gunn stared up at the image and then back at Tanner. His loyal friend's face was blank, but his eyes betrayed the fear and distrust he truly felt. Turning back to Destiny, Gunn spoke. We have an accord. Gunn and Tanner stood in a room filled with glowing vats, the soft light emanating from them bathing the two Manitobans. One of the vats and suspended in the fluid was a human brain, Gunn's new brain, one free from the centuries of degradation and radiation. The king placed his hand on the glass, staring at it in awe. My king is this wise, you don't trust this machine. Who knows what its true intentions are for both you and this so-called experiment it runs. You're putting yourself in great risk. I would not be able to protect you if you go ahead, so please tell me, are you going to go through with this? Silence. Not even the world around them made a noise as Tanner stared at his king. Finally, Gunn looked up to meet his gaze and spoke. I have to, William. Gunn stared at the auto dock with apprehension. Its cold metal door slid open with a pneumatic hiss. His new mind floated peacefully in a new vat next to it. Chance at a future peace bathed in a soft green glow. Determination driving him on. Gunn stepped into the auto dock and closed his eyes as the door slid shut. Immediately he felt the machine grab him and inject drugs into him. Slowly he dozed off. A new dawn. He woke in a cold sweat, his breath haggard and weak. The room was dim, light only daring to enter through a crack under the door. Opened the door, the blind light made him wince. He stepped out into the room. Some people were there. Did he know these people? They looked familiar, but for the life of him, he couldn't seem to place their names. In fact, he couldn't remember his own name either. Who was he? Why was this woman running towards him? Tears flowed down her face. Oh, no. He looked down at her. She was hugging him so tightly. Did she miss him? Had he gone somewhere? She reached up to hold his face and spoke to him. Edward, my love. She kissed him, and it all came flying back. Returning the kiss, Gunn spun his... Oh, right, thank heavens. Oh, he remembered. I was going to say, I thought he was not going to remember who he was. His own tears flowing out in the joy. It worked. It actually worked. No longer would he lie awake at night in fear of becoming a monster. He set Catherine down and looked towards the others. He laughed as he saw Tanner, trying not to smile, standing at attention as always. Gunn made his way over to him, laughing as Tanner saluted him. He clasped his old friend's shoulder before turning back to wrap his arm around his wife. It was the dawn of a new age for the kingdom, one that Gunn, for the first time in his life, looked forward to. So Gunn loses decaying one, and Gunn's degrading mind has been healed in some capacity. Now the question is, at what cost have we done that? Like, what is this AI going to do? Well, we now have the Great Northern University, so that's given us plus 15 research speed. We're able to get sophisticated electronics tech, but as you can see, our research speed and resource gain efficiency takes a hit for a year. Oh, really? Standing Rock have just invaded two peoples. The thing is, I was actually looking at invading them, because they're not that strong. Hello there, communists. It's time for you to leave this world. Yeah, we're going for a tiny wee encirclement here, which we're hopefully going to get. Bam, got them. And oh, they have crossed at Prince Albert. Okay, we managed to deal with that little breakthrough that managed to get across at Prince Albert. We'll just sort out the front a little bit over here, and we'll just get pushing. Can we build that? Oh no, we can't. So okay, we have Protectrons as our robots today. It's not going to be a massive encirclement in there, but at least we've managed to cut them off a little bit. Well, there's another 20 division. They're not fully trained up, but at least I can probably dump them all there. Oh, and that's another little encirclement there. Excellent. Lost 2k, but we've slaughtered 10,000 of them. We are getting closer and closer to Redmond. Spirited victory. When free from the shackles of his alien mind, Gunn had been able to participate in a surge of trivial things he had missed dearly. Taste of food, his enjoyment of painting, 100 trips with Tanner. Things that Gunn had been unable to undertake in these hectic years prior, but one stood out as a shining beacon among the rest, his love for Catherine. With those difficult times behind him, Gunn had found more time for her. During the critical years of his waiting mind, he grew cold and out of touch with her. He feared that through his condition he would harm her and would never be able to forgive himself. His regrets of years past brought him tonight. They dined at a meal, disturbed by no one, and only Tanner stood watch outside the room. Tonight would be for the king and his queen only. Gunn flicked the radio on and it crackled. The life of the host's words filled the room. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having an excellent night tonight. Not much for me to tell you, so why don't we skip straight to the song? We've got Mr. Dean Martin's Everybody Loves Somebody. Up now. Stay tuned. The music came on and Gunn smiled. He looked at Catherine. May I have a dance? She giggled and took his hand, and they swayed to it, her hand on his shoulder, his on her waist. Fireworks went off in the distance. A celebration occurred within the city. Gunn's thoughts stirred within, taking him back to the night after Manitoba's victory. A cold lump of steel in his hand, the barrel digging into his temple. He closed his eyes and sighed calmly. That was then, this is now. He looked deeply into Catherine's eyes and smiled at her. He had finally found something he thought to be so distant. Happiness. And with it, we've completed his part of the tree. Well, almost. We've got these three focuses to do, but we've done the main part, so he's now the Eternal One, which gives us some nice wee bonuses. We have killed 21,000 of their men. That's okay, because they're all communists anyways. Well, it's about to be completely surrounded, so it's going. Yeah, it's going big time. There's so many pockets of divisions forming that are cut off. Like, that's a pretty good wee encirclement in there. Oh, there they go. Finally, the communists are no more. I don't think it's really worth us actually controlling the communist part of the territory, so I think what we'll do is we will... Can I just puppet them in their entirety? So I'm kind of finished there, to be honest. We can't really do anything else. The Kingdom of Manitoba is a thick-ass faction. But I just decided just to see the other, like the puppets, if we had them all, like all the other nations. I haven't got like the Maltese Congress and, you know, the Riverlands, whatever it is, but I've just went ahead and puppeted just to see who would all kind of pop up. Just to see who I put in power, you know? Like, oh, we've even put Smiling Jack back in at the Hudson River Company. And then, I wonder who we put in. Oh, yeah, we did just stick the robot back in power. I'm hoping it's not really a Congress now. But anyways, thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will be back very soon for something else. Until then, do take care. Sure, bye. Then now.